Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronald. This channel is dedicated to Dungeon Universalis, for me the greatest board game in the game. It's an RPG in a board game, and every RPG should give you the option to create heroes on your own when you're playing the game, and so does Dungeon Universalis in a very, very great way. So if you're not satisfied with the 35 heroes coming with the game, the predefined ones, you can start right away with, play the game, and then you can create them on your own. And this is so great, this is so easy to make. And this time we will have a look for this. Before we are going to create a hero, we will have a look at all the races and the classes and the skills. Not all of the skills, but what are the skills coming with the game. What are these, so you have a better understanding for what when we talk about the races and the classes. And so we will start. I will switch the camera so we can have a look at the races, the classes and the skills. And there we are. We have a lot of classes, a lot of races, and we have some skills. Before we have a look at these, I will show you the skills and what are skills in Dungeon Universalis. We will not go through all the about 100 and whatever skills coming with the game. I think it's I think that it's about 100 skills, and I will show you the 4 categories. We have a symbol over here on each. This is a skill card. All of these. Also these, you have 4 categories of skills that are nature, combat, exploration and scholarship, and each of the classes what your heroes are made with have benefits to one of these, or are more you're more likely to get skills from one of these classes. The nature ones are bound to your race. Usually you cannot get more skills of the nature category. Usually there are exceptions, so there are some classes that allow you, or some races that allow you to learn more skills from the nature category, but this is more an exception than the common way. So let's have a look. We have even these are skills. They are called skills. It's not that it's not so easy to understand if you for the first time you see skills like small, large. This is a skill. Maybe stupid, one of my favorite skills. Oh, my skill is I'm stupid. Okay, fine, thanks for the talk. No, okay, they are all skills, and these are the nature ones. All of the skills are giving you benefits, like you can reroll dice, you have bonus for your attributes. You can use more weapons than you're usually allowed of. You can make more attacks than you're usually allowed. You can cast easier spells, whatever. All of these are skills. And some races, maybe if you're a halfling or a goblin, then you're small. Then your race is already coming with. Then you can't do anything against it. You are small, and so you get the skill small. And this is not the worst skill. When you are small, if other ones are going to shoot at you, they will suffer a -1 penalty because you're small. That's great. Characters with these skills will cause 1 damage die less when they are using projectile weapons. So because they cannot, they have smaller bows or whatever they have to use, and then they'll make less damage. Okay, this is thematically. And they will also get a +1 to their perception because they get notice easier of what's going around them, whatever. So the opposite of this, not the real opposite, because you have 4 type of dimensions or of heights in Dungeon Universalis. small, average, large, and huge. Okay, but small and large is for the first time. This is the one kind of opposite. When you are large, you always have a -1 because you don't see everything around you, what's going on down on the ground, and then you have a minus, and you have other stuff. I don't want to get all of these. I want just you to know, you have some racial skills you cannot get rid of, and you always have them. Okay, these are those. Maybe you have sharp senses because you're an elf or whatever, and you're lost in the dark. Humans always are lost in the dark, so they if it's going if there's darkness in the quest, then they have some penalties for their skills, for their attributes. I'm sorry. Okay, these are the natural ones, and then you have the other ones, like maybe for the combat with the lion here as an icon. You have aiming, which gives you benefits for shooting. You are hatred towards whatever, or you're cruel, which usually have the ones with the evil alignment. And if these are for exploration, for the ranger classes or the scouts or whatever, then you have a skilled scout. You have skilled hands, so you have a dexterity bonus. Or for the spellcasters, the scholar and leadership category. You're a reckless wizard, or you're a battle wizard, so you can use armor and weapons, which are usually not allowed to wizards. And these are all skills. You can, except the nature ones, you can learn all these skills, but it's not guaranteed that you get all these skills. This is another. We can have another discussion later about that in another video, whatever. We wanted to have a look at the races and the classes, and so we start with the races, and these are the 3 races. Separated by alignments. And maybe if you haven't watched the video about the preset heroes, I will repeat this. Each race is bound to an alignment, so this is the good ones, the evil ones, and the neutral ones. And for the good and the evil ones, it's pretty easy to see. We have celestials on the one side, some huge-breasted angels, and you have the infernals, the huge-breasted demons, and this is easy. So you cannot put these together in one party and walk over the land. This isn't allowed. If you choose to use a hero, or to create a hero which has a good alignment, then you have to create only good alignment heroes or neutral ones. And so the same with the evil ones. If you decide to play an evil one, then you have to go with all of your heroes of your party have to be evil or neutral, but not good and bad or good and evil. And so there are only 4 truly good. Oh, the table is making some noise. I'm sorry. We have the celestials. We have the halflings. No halfling could ever be an evil character. Okay. Except if he's equipped with an evil ring that is cursing. Okay. We have the dwarves and the elves, and all of them, they are good. And if you think, oh, what? If I want to play a dwarf, then my party has to be good. Or if I want to play an elf, and these are the classic heroes, and then my party has to be a good party. Not a good party, maybe, but a party with a good alignment, to be more precise. No. There's a fix for this. We have a look, because there are 4 races for the good ones and a lot of more evil. No, okay. Whatever this means. Okay, we have the infernals. This is easy. They are of course they are evil. We have vampires. This isn't also too hard to get. We have goblins, okay, goblins are often evil. We have beastmen, and if I read the word beastman, I always think about that orange guy from He-Man, and well, okay, this is not the topic of this. We have dark elves, and we have the on the one side, on the good side, we have the elves, and on the bad side, we have the dark elves. And if you see the stats, there's almost no difference. The good ones have a fortune point, and they can learn mana. They can get a mana boost. The rest of them is almost the same, but there are differences down here. We will look at what's down here soon. So you can have a party. Of course, you can have an evil party of with elves and dwarves, because we have dark elves, and you have renegade dwarves. I didn't know the renegade dwarves before Dungeon Universalis. Maybe it's a thing. I don't know. But we have renegade dwarves. These are the evil dwarves, the black dwarves, the whatever dwarves. They are the dark dwarves, not the black. I'm sorry. This is just because of the language barrier. I'm sorry. We have trolls that are of course evil, minotaurs, ogres, orcs. Orcs are always evil. Except for the orc mercenary you can hire, because he's paid with gold, so he will walk with you even if you have a good alignment. We have the red folk, we have the dog folk, and that's it. All of these are evil. Have an evil alignment. And then we have the neutral ones. They go along with everyone, with every with the good and the evil ones. Of course, the humans, they take everything, always as always. They take what they get. They can be both. They are neutral, and they are the humans. The bird folk's also human. It's also human. It's also neutral. I'm sorry. We have the tree folk, the cyclops, the cat folk, the centaurs, the amphibians, the shard mines. If someone can show me a shard mine miniature that you can use, please tell me. I didn't find one when I was playing with my shard one. I painted a reptilian one. Where we are with the reptilians, I painted a reptilian one in pink. You can see my other videos. Yes, these are the reptilians, and that's it. These are the neutral ones, and so you can choose between all of them. And if you're going to choose one of these, let's have a look at the humans and the elves, and maybe at the the vampires. Then we won't get through this in detail. But you have an initial amount of points here, and the maximum. You have an indicator which how many points you have to spend when you try to level this from one step to the next. We don't do this this now, but in a later video you have the fortune points that they are coming with, and down there you have a kind of description, just like some fluff text. They are versatile and balanced. Okay, they begin with a skill Lost in the Dark. We've already seen this, and one more skill at the player's choice. So if you're going to play a human, you can just take another skill you want, and depending on the class that you have chosen, we will have a look at this in a few minutes. And they may learn this, some nice feature. They may learn the skill lycanthropy, hopefully I pronounced this correctly, so they can be a werewolf. We won't look at this, you can do on your own. This is just a nice feature, and in that case they lose some fortune points. So if you're choosing a race, you always have some fluff text and some things that are coming always with an elf. So an elf is always skillful in both melee and range, blah blah blah, and they are also can be spellcasters, and they begin with the skill Sharp Senses. That's it. And on the other side, the vampires, there's a lot. They begin with the nature skill, Leech Vitality, with Sharp Senses and Regeneration. But this is an exception. I told you at the beginning. Later, they may learn the skill Flying, because vampires can fly, and Fearsome, and some other things that are not good. They can never reach an armor value of 6, and they lose their nature skills, all of these from here, when there's daylight. So when they are outside of in an outside scenario where it's not darkness, then you can then you cannot use the Vitality, Sharp Senses, Regeneration, whatever. And this is a role-playing feature absolutely greatly, and that's it. And so if you choose to be a dwarf, then oh no, the dwarf is not the goblin. Then you always start with the skill Small. Oops, I'm sorry, because you are small. You cannot avoid this. If you choose to be a goblin, then you are small. Or if you choose to be maybe Where are the trolls? No, the trolls, and yeah, the trolls are always stupid. But they have a lot of skill. They are large, they are fearsome, sweep, regeneration, stupid, vulnerable for fire, and they may learn corrosive vomit, good appetite for who are eating at the moment, and they can wear heavy armor. Just to have another look into all of these races. And there are a lot of races. I counted them, I guess that were 25 races or something. A lot of races. And if you have chosen a race, then the next step is to choose a class. And there are a lot of classes. The warriors, maybe, or the warrior related, like the barbarians, or the knights, or the gladiators. And these 4 classes are all kind of the same and not. These are all the tanks, the guys that go into the melee, but they are in, like you can see down here, they have a lot of different stuff, and it's definitely not the same if you choose to be a gladiator or to be a barbarian or a warrior. And if you choose to be a goblin warrior, it's not the same as you're going to choose to be an orc warrior or to be a troll warrior. This will be a very different kind of play. And if you choose to be, let's say, if you want to be a warrior, then you will also get the skill hardened. So in addition to the racial ones, you will get the skill hardened. And the first increase, if you want to increase the attributes of melee or combat or shooting, then you have to pay one point less. I'm sorry. Just subtract one of the points if you want to level this attribute. And any increase of intelligence, because you're a warrior and not made for the head work, then you have to pay more points if you want to level this up. And so it goes with them. The knight has completely different stuff, and like the gladiator, and so on and so on. And these are just 4 classes of the 20 classes about coming with Dungeon Universalis. You have the paladin, which has to choose the champion of the gods of good or evil, depending on what kind of alignment you are. You have the warrior monk, which is just another term for cleric. Coming with they tell you that you have to that you get mana points because you can learn spells from lights or blessing lore, and so on and so on. He can use uncommon weapons. All of these are class restrictions or benefits or whatever. You can be a forester, you can be a ranger, which is a difference, as you can see. A forester can be begins, for example, with the skill Battle Wizard, which makes him able to casting spells, which is defined here. Begins with 4 mana points and 2 random basic spells from the channeling or nature, and so you can be a scout. And the spell casting characters, you can be a wizard, which is not the same as you're going to be a sorcerer, which is not the same as you're going to be a runic master, which is not the same as if you're going to be an animist, which is not the same as you want to be a necromancer, which is not the same as you want to be an underworld sorcerer. Even those, where if you have told me before this, I didn't knew there was a big difference, so shame on me. Okay, all right. A necromancer isn't the same as an underworld sorcerer. You can see down here. He's a reckless wizard. He is a battle wizard, and a reckless wizard. I'm sorry. And these are skills, and they have the definitions for the mana points they get, for the laws from which they can learn spells. Their alignment is always evil, and so on and so on. They are bad at fighting because they are spellcasters. I just wanted to say sorcerers, but they're not sorcerers. And then you have some other, I don't want to say exotic classes, because rogue isn't that exotic, but you have assassins here, you have battle dancers, you have witch hunters, and this is a little bit exotic, or bards. Bards are also coming with a lot of music, with spells from music, and they use a musical instrument like bards do. And that to close the circle. At the top you can see each class comes with a definition with the 3 skill categories you can learn skills from, and the some numbers down below, and that that means if you want to learn a new skill you have to roll a die, and if what the die says, that category you can choose. So if you are maybe a warrior, then you are let's see, where's the warrior? Here's the warrior. Then it's very easy to happen that you roll that you can learn a skill from the category of combat, and not exploration, and not scholarship and leadership and whatever. But if you're going to be a necromancer, then this is benefited to learn from the spellcaster category. It's not the spellcaster, but it's scholarship and leadership and whatever. So and if the same goes with the common wizard. And let's see at the forester. The forester is pretty balanced when learning new skills, and but you are not forced. You don't have to be afraid that this isn't going to what you wanted to have the character in the direction. You have to roll the die, and then you can choose from that category. If the next time you want to learn a skill, you roll the die again, and if the die is showing the same result as last time, then you can choose from any category you want. So you have always each second try at average, there's a high chance that you can choose the skill from an category of your choice. And so, but it isn't guaranteed that you can learn that skill that you want to have. And also, you cannot have the same skill that another party of another member of your party has, except those who come with a race or the class. So, if one of maybe one warrior is in the party that already has the skill fast attacks, which provides him a better chance in combat, in melee combat, then no one else can gain this skill in the same party. This is to balancing this, to not pick out the cherries from the skills, and to have 4 guys with the fast attacks, and that will break the game balancing into pieces. And the only exception is when you are going to have the same for skills carrying with a race or with a class. So of course, if you're going to play with a goblin, and if you're going to play with maybe a red folk or whatever, are also small. Both of them are small, of course, because these are nature ones. Or trolls and ogres maybe also have the skills stupid, and so both of them get them. Or if you have a necromancer and runic master, I don't know if this applies, and both of them get the skill battle wizard. Of course, both of them will get the skill battle dancer because it's required by the class or the race. But all of these professional skills, the not nature ones, you can learn just one party of the member of the party. I'm so sorry, it's late. Can learn these spells, and this is it for the moment. Thank you for watching this. The next time we will have a look how to create a hero. We will use the app for this. I will tell you, I'm not that digital guy. Everything you will see can be done with the material coming with it. You don't need the app, but it's very, very easy, and it's easier for me to show this than to deal with and to show you what I'm writing down when creating a hero, just as an outlook. And yeah, I have to thank you for watching this. If you liked it, please give me a thumb up. If you dislike it, give me a thumb down, so I will know I have to improve. And subscribe to the channel if you like. Tell me in the comments what you want to see. If you see mistakes I've made or what I've forgotten to, please let all of the community know. And yes, thanks again. Until the next time. Bye.